Hello there folks, RJB here from RJB TV with the best of set with Byul against Mepo, played in the month of either August or September, not too sure. But that's not that important. What matters more is that these two players, these two very strong players, two of the very best, fastest players, faced off, and we are now going to enjoy what happened on that specific day back when this was played. We have a best of set. And we have Mepo against Byul. Got Mepo here on the pale blue Zerg. And we have Byul on the pale blue, never mind, not the pale blue, on the pink or white Zerg. On the other side of the map, yes, 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 we have a Zerg against Zerg. A matchup that hasn't appeared on the channel in a very, very long time because they pretty much never ever play this matchup. It's very, very rare to see players of this level play Zerg against Zerg, and it's even more rare for a Zerg against Zerg to be very long. Yes, I'm giving you a small little spoiler here. This match is going to be very, very long. Zerg against Zerg, that is very, very long. You can call me crazy, and I probably am. You can call me insane, and I probably am. But yeah, I decided to cast this, and I sure damn hope it's going to be amazing. I sure damn hope it's going to be a great, great game. And with these two players, it definitely will be. So I've done a lot of hyping up. Now I've done a lot of hyping up this Zerg against Zerg. And I hope it's going to pay off with an amazing game. So Byul here, former professional player, played in 2 ASL seasons and then turned into an amazing fastest map player in both 2v2, 3v3, and specifically 1 versus 1. He is very good at every single aspect of fastest map. Single play or team play, this guy is standing at the apex. Not alone at the apex. There's a couple other players at the apex there along with him. And Mepo is one of those players standing at the apex alongside him. He has grown in the most recent year to become a true powerhouse of a player. He's taken down players like Burger Sasu, Brain and Byul, Lee Baku, and a whole lot of other names. And he is equally good in 2v2 and 3v3. This guy is pretty much the entire package, as much as Byul is the entire package, although I do think that Mepo manages to play a little bit faster than Byul. Byul does slow down, but Byul just plays so amazingly smart, with so much knowledge and precision, without ever making any real mistakes, that you don't have to be lightning speed fast. You just gotta be good. And Byul personifies that. He is pretty damn good. So both players here going for Zerglings first, scouting the map with their Zerglings, and they do find each other on the middle there. And it looks like Byul will figure out where Mepo is before Mepo figures out where Byul is. But Mepo has his 2 hatcheries finished up, 2 more on the way. We have 2 there from Byul as well, 2 more on the way. Getting a sunken. We already have a sunken there from Mepo, so he plays it a little bit safer than Byul, and it does pay off. Like Byul still had to make his 1 sunken. So he could have taken some damage if the situation was reversed. Both players droning up, getting hatchery number 5 and getting hatchery number 5, number 6, correction. Oh, Byul going in for a small little drone killing move, and he kills a couple of them. Pretty good move. Pretty good move. Only 1 single sunken there. Not that good at keeping those alive, but well, he lost a couple, but it doesn't hurt him too much. It doesn't hurt him too much because he's already back on 20. He's in a supply lead, getting his gas. Byul already finished his gas, so he might get to his technology a little bit faster, getting hatchery number 7, and number 7 there coming in for Mepo as well. Both players are really just playing this like it's a public 3v3 match. This is what you do in a public 3v3. You get 2 hatcheries in a pool, 2 more hatcheries in a sunken, 2 more hatcheries, or 3 more hatcheries, and a gas on the side there. You just macro up. In 3v3 public as Zerg, you really just macro up as fast as you can, praying and hoping that your allies are keeping the enemy occupied to allow you to grow without getting harassed, attacked, or bullied. Another hatch point, that's a Hylos den. Both players pretty much getting their Hylos dens at the same time. Mepo did go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hatcheries, so, well, 8, not 9, just 8. Well, that's number 9. Already 9. Byul is only on 7. I do hope for Mepo that this is not going to backfire on him. You getting more hatcheries than your opponent does mean that you have more production potential, but you might just have your units coming out a little bit slower than the opponent and die to an overpowering force that you simply can't fight yet, because you decided to go for more macro. You decided to go for more drones, more hatcheries. That all eats up your ability to produce units for a small little amount of time. But Byul's doing the same thing, adding on 3 more hatcheries, so it's going to be 7. It's going to be 10 for him. We're going to be having 10 here for Mepo as well. They're both on a single den, so they're getting their speed and range one at a time. Sometimes players like to build 2 dens and 2 Evo chambers at the same time and get level 1 attack on Carapace and get their range and speed for Hydas all at the same time. These 2 players are just lightning speeding straight up into massive drone counts. It is a cross-map situation, and in this situation they can afford to just go for the super macro mode. Super macro mode. Got a double Evo there coming up for Byul. Before Mepo, he's going for a Spire actually. But Byul there scouts the base, gets like 4 drone kills, so he gets some valuable information that Mepo does not have. But Mepo does have a pretty nice ball of Hydralisks. And Byul has a pretty nice ball of Hydralisks. They have some pretty nice balls of Hydralisks in their respective bases. More hatcheries. The macroing that they're doing is insane. Units, not a lot of them, but the building up, they're doing it very, very nicely. So 2 Evo chambers there from Mepo as well, getting both the upgrades. The Spire from Mepo is much faster than the Spire for Byul. He doesn't even have a Spire yet. He's not yet morphing in. He's really just making Hydralisk at this point. Mepo shot into the sky. He went for 60, 70 drones already. His army definitely a little bit smaller, but he should be able to catch up while Byul is traveling across the map. Got one Zerg there in the middle, that is an early warning system. A couple more Hydralisks that are moving to the sides is an early warning system as well. Byul is going for the attack, although he changed his mind. He sees the Hydralisk there with this one Overlord, and he's going to clean them out. These as well. He might be trying to morph lurkers on the sides of the map out of Byul's vision. But he got found out. Though these 3 are undetected, unseen, unscouted, he still has a chance to morph them into lurkers and try to just walk in there and burrow up right next to the drones and kill those drones. But first, Byul is gonna do his own little counter move of trying to push the Overlords away to take away map control from Mepo and get it into his own hands. The supply counts are even, but Mepo has 15 more drones. Got Scourges flying all over the place. Hylos there meeting up with more Hydralisks. Let's go to red versus blue, a little bit easier to see and track because Hylos do look kind of the same with these pale colors. So yeah, Byul there producing like a madman, sending units across the map non-stop. Whereas Mepo is setting up his own defenses because he's a little bit behind on production. And he has more hatcheries, he has more drones, more income, but it hasn't settled in yet. Large army against large army, Hydralisk against Hydralisk. Yet this is what I want to see from a ZVZ. There's 2 big armies meeting up right here in a small choke point, ready to murder each other once and for all. So these are still there on the bottom. We got an Overlord there waiting to pick them up because Scourge is there hunting for Overlords to check and take away vision. They're doing so nicely fine. And yeah, Byul is never going to get in. Like when you have the defensive position with a slightly larger surface area around an entrance or an exit, the enemy's never going to break through with the same unit. Upgrades almost finished up for both players. They're both very close to getting their 1-1. 1-1 for Byul is finished up, and we have 1-1 for Mepo, only a mere seconds away. No, you got a Queen's Nest, got triple Evo, getting circling attack. Yeah, he's on the counter move. He's gonna try to clear out the vision first, Kill those overlords, they're on the middle of the map. Then try to push through this choke point, but we're going to be seeing a reversal of the situation from earlier, where Byul has the defensive position, difficult to break through, and Mepo cannot break through. He might try to though, with his 84 drones. When he has finished up, Hive should be soon on the way, although he's getting no air upgrades. He's got overlord speed, I believe. Almost maxed out. Byul lost some overlords, he's a little bit behind. Now that would actually have been a perfect opportunity for Mepo to attack. But he didn't, of course, know that Byul was supply blocked. We did know. He didn't know. 104 drones. Wow. He's gonna have to at least use 30 drones to build his base, or, you know, he has too many drones. That's just the bottom line. Too many drones. Byul is on 73, the perfect amount. Trying to get overlords into the base to scout the base, but Lurkers burrowing up there in the front. Lurkers burrowing up in the front from Mepo as well. Overlords arriving on the scene, but they're gonna try to snipe that one down to detect the overlords. I mean, the Lurkers, but Overlord stays alive. It's hard to get close to the Overlord with Lurkers. They're in the middle. It's hard to get close to the other Lurkers as well. It's a stalemate. I can now see why this game is going to be so extremely long. Byul is building Mulisks. He's getting a Queen's Nest as well. Mepo is getting a Hive and a Lair. Scourge there taking down the Overlords. Detection getting taken away, although 2 Overlords still there on the scene. Moving over the side of the map to clear out those Overlords from the 9 o'clock and 6 o'clock spawn locations. Level 2-2 is on the way for everyone. Mutas are on the map there for Byul, which usually should give him the chance to move across the map and go for an attack, but Mepo has vision everywhere. Byul is not going to sneak through. Definitely will not be able to sneak through. He's going to try with an Overlord drop there, moving over the bottom side, but Overlord here, Overlord there, Overlord everywhere. He's not going to get through unseen. Drone there, gets spotted out. Try to maybe build a proxy hatchery. Not gonna happen. More Lurkers are on the middle path. Proxy hatchery on the middle and on the side. He's gonna try to build Byul into a corner and keep him contained. Sees the Overlords here though. That's pretty big. He now knows Overlords are moving across the map with the help of some Mutalisks. He's gonna pull those Hydralisks back to his own base and just intercept them. Also putting Hydralisks into position here on the side to make sure that the Overlord drop never ever connects. Both players are doing pretty much the exact same thing. They're trying to get control over the map to allow an Overlord drop to fly across and maybe kill some shit. Hydas there got unloaded from an Overlord to clear out that side. They both know they can't really move forward at the moment. They're just killing stuff on the map. Buddha's flying forward. Overlords behind, in tow, ready to strike. But look at all the Hydralisks on the scene ready to shut that down. Probably not gonna work. He's pushing that away, but got ensnared. Mutas not too fast when they get ensnared, and here comes the Overlord drop, but he's unloading in the bottom corner, but he's gonna burrow up those Lurkers, and actually no detection in the corner. So the Hydra's forced to pull back, morphing a Spore, pulling in an Overlord, and his own Mutas have spawned, and here we got a fight there on the side. Massive Hydralisk unload. He's trying to circumvent this Lurker ball there on the middle with his own Overlord unloads on the sides. And it's succeeding so far. He's, you know, taking some control back. He cleared out the 9 spawn and the 6 spawn. But we have so many Lurkers on the middle that are now exposed to a Mutalisk. So he's returning and retreating with the Lurkers back to the middle to flank the Hydralisk from behind. And that will allow the Hydralisk of his own Hydralisks to then protect the Lurkers against the Mutalisks. But this gives Byul an opportunity to maybe escape through the middle. He's trying to escape through the middle. There's the Lurker swarm on the middle. Solidifies control over the middle section. You cannot break through anymore. He does have a lot of Mutalisks though. And the Mutalisks can kind of ignore this on the middle and just try to go for an attack here back at home. Or is he? Is he? Pushing in, Lurkers from both players firing on each other. I'm not sure which way this is going to go. The Mutas are just great. The Mutas are great. They're awesome. He didn't get the chance to plague the Mutalisk there, but he is... it's just a stalemate. It's really just a stalemate. Both players are on the exact same position here. neither of the two has the advantage. But the Mutas in the sky are doing a pretty damn good job of leveraging this fight to their advantage. But Byul is still blocked in. But he might break through right here, right now. Not too sure. He's moving forward with his own lurkers. We got Mutas coming from Mepo there, trying to aid the defense to keep him contained. Oh, is that Guardians morphing? Morphing Guardians gets found out. Has to cancel. Mutas from the enemy arrived on the scene with their 1 attack, 0 carapace. 1 carapace, 0 attack there for Byul, so they went for opposite upgrades. But the production from Byul there does seem to be overtaking the middle. He managed to overtake the middle. More hatcheries morphing there from Mepo. More reinforcements coming from his side as well, but Byul currently has the upper hand with his 2-2 against 2-2. They have the same upgrades. They got the same upgrades. Yeah, Byul is now pushing forward, going to try to break through this choke point once and for all. But having the defensive advantage is just such a huge leverage over this position. He's got a Defiler in the back there. Mutas are marching forward, trying to break the sky, trying to kill the Mulisks. But oh, great Plague. I think a Dark Swarm would probably have been better for him, but he decided to go for the Plague, which is still pretty good because it just absolutely melts those Hydralisks. You can see how quick they're dying. They don't stand a chance against this defensive force from Mepo. Yeah, we're going to be seeing a whole lot of back and forth movement like this for this game, because it's just Hydra against Hydra. Guardian, Defiler, Lurker. We might see some Ultradiscs at some point, not too sure. They're very gas expensive. Mepo kind of has no gas remaining. He just spent all of it on upgrades, Lurkers, and Mulisks. Whereas Byul's gas is looking a little bit better. I'm not sure why his gas is higher though, because they both have the same amount of drones on the gas. Although actually, he's not mining from the bottom one. Not mining from the bottom one, so it's 9 gas against 10 gas. That might actually come back to hurt Mepo. Oh, he just put drones to work. You can see it in the bottom. He just put some drones to work. He figured it out. So no detection on the middle there. The Lurkers are going to absolutely obliterate the Hydralisk force there from Mepo. He's solidified control over this frontal section. There's Overlords everywhere on the map now for Byul. It's just red and blue all over the place. It's going to be a pain to clear out the vision Byul has acquired and get control back. Though mass Mutaflock on the top, moving across, ready to kill Overlords. They're both just killing Overlords at this point. They're both just getting vision out of the enemy hands and into their own. I mean, it's pretty much the only thing they can do at this point. There's just so... There's not a whole lot of options here. They can try to go for a Nidus, but I don't think a Nidus is going to go unnoticed. I'm really curious to see how are they going to break the enemy and their defenses. What options do they have? Oh, Mutas are getting close to a Defiler here. He's got the option to go for a Plague on that large ball of Mutalisks, but he goes for a Dark Swarm instead. We have some Devourers in the sky there from Mepo to counter the Mutalisk there from Byul. Mutalisks are absolutely terrible against Devourers. He's moving all over the place. Mutas are coming in, but he decides against going in because he sees the Devourers and then realizes that the Devourers would probably wreck my Mutalisk. So instead he goes out to clear out the top side that Mepo had vision of. Still extending the Dark Swarm there, moving forward a little bit. But both, oh, actually he's blocking his own Hydralisks, and the Dark Swarm now actually helps Byul set up a better position. So kind of a mistake there from Mepo. Actually the first mistake I've seen from a player this game that actually matters to some degree. Gave his enemy a Dark Swarm. Never ever want to do that. We got Mutas here back at home. We got Ensnare and Devourers coming out from Byul. He's going to try to ensnare this ball of Mutas from Mepo. And then maybe try to overpower him with some pretty cool swifty moves. But first, we're going to have to wait and see. He needs the energy on the Queens. He's got Devourers morphing in the back. Got a couple more Mutas on the way. He has a lot of gas in the bank. But Mepo has recovered his own gas, having added, I think, the last 2 remaining geysers to his income. Winning the fight in the middle here. Byul slow in response. The lurkers are strong. The lurkers... Oh, he's winning the fight actually. Just sitting there. Mepo overextended a little bit too deep, a little bit too far. And Byul gets definitive control over this choke point. Definitive control, but it might get taken from him at some point. Raid and Snare and Mutas are now kind of just locked into a battle. They cannot run to any place at all because they're now too damn slow. Queens are a big, big advantage there for Byul. Just gonna morph them into more Devourers and some Guardians. Got 2 of the fighters there in the back to help him out. Devourers there from Byul are pushing Overlords away. He's got a lot of Devourers, like 9 or 10. And I think about 14 to 20 Muladiscs joined up with those Devourers. Strong combination. Strong combination. We have a lot of spores on the hive. A lot of spores on the hive for Byul as well. I think the hider upgrades are maxed out. 3-3. Only the Mutalisk upgrades are still left to get maxed out. So 2-2. And Mepo is on 2-2 as well. And Mepo now sees an option, a chance to push into the middle and kill the lurkers that Byul has, because he saw the Muladiscs moving away, but he actually doesn't win the fight. Yeah, Byul just keeps holding on. So we got the first fight there, Muta against Muta, and Devour in the mix. Queens have no energy, but the Mutas there from Byul are on the chase. Mepo is running away, but the Mutas there from Byul are lagging behind. Not a very clean move. The Vars in the sky, they're slower than the Mutas, but they do make their escape eventually. So it does look like Byul has managed to take control of the map, and he's keeping Mepo somewhat restrained in his movement. Oh, great Plague. That is the one kind of Plague that Mepo actually had to hit on the Mutas of Byul, but Byul managed to land his Plague first. And that is going to kill the entire ball of Mutalisks and probably that ball of Devourers as well, if it weren't for the fact that these Mutalisks are fully acid plagued, or whatever you want to call it, acid spored actually. Yeah, acid spores. It's just the Sky Army is doing no damage to the other Sky Army because they are both maximally acid spored, and the acid spore reduces damage and increases the damage taken as well. So it's a two-way street in a sense. Muse there from Mepo coming out to kill the Devourers, but they suck at killing Devourers. So he goes for the Phyllis instead, snipes them both without getting plagued. Great move. Queens are moving in to ensnare the Mutas. Great ensnare. Got Zerglings coming in as well. So Byul has lurkers underneath this Dark Swarm. Mepo is sending up his own lurkers under his own respective Dark Swarm, just right ahead of it, just like two Dark Swarms of lurkers firing on each other, and at some point they might kill each other. Although with the Defiance of Byul gone, the lurkers in his pathway are dying. Guardians in the sky getting taken. It's just Devourers dominating the skies. Devourers are dominating the skies. Guardians are on a pretty good defensive hold position here from Mepo against his army that's moving in over the ground. But we got Ultralisks now coming out full force with maxed out upgrades. 5 armor, 3 attack, but they might not be strong enough. Well, they do survive for quite a long time with their 5 armor. Look at them go, staying alive, staying alive. Lurker X, they're morphing from Byul. Lurkers from Mepo getting under the Dark Swarm, hoping to kill all of this before it finishes morphing, and they might be able to. They are finished up, they're burrowing up, and ooh, it's a lurker against lurker, but it looks like Byul's lurkers won the fight. This is gonna go on for a very long time, I can assure you that. You're gonna be seeing Plagues, Guardians, Muladisks just non-stop, going back and forth. It might even get repetitive at some point. We're only 24 minutes into the game, and we are not even halfway in. Yes, this is in fact a stupendously long ZVZ. And I think this might actually be the only stupendously long ZVZ in existence with these top level players. They never ever play it. Almost never ever. And when they do, it ends a little bit faster than this. But this is already the single longest CBZ match that I have of these professional level Korean fastest players. There's so many hatcheries, so much production. He's just gonna turtle up. He's getting creep colonies all over the entire side. Gonna throw him into spores. Gonna hopefully try to make his base entirely and completely impenetrable. He does not want Byul to ever get into this base. He's setting up defenses, and Byul is trying to brainstorm a question so damn hard, so damn effective, and so damn ingenious that Mepo cannot give an answer to it. He's building up a large ball of Mulisks, but first he has to clear out the sides, because the Mulisks have to enter Mepo's base without Mepo knowing that they're coming. It has to be a surprise attack, otherwise he's going to prepare himself and kill the Mulisks with so much ease that they hardly ever existed at all. He has no Devarus in the back. He has Defilus in the front. There is a good chance to... Wait, he's turning them into Guardians? I thought he was going to try to snipe the Hive with a large Mulisk ball attack. I mean, there is a chance. He doesn't know, because we can see things Byul cannot, and actually there's a Defiler right here, so maybe that Mulisk bomb on the Hive, not that great of an idea. He's going for Guardians instead, getting Carapace upgrade there for Ultralisks. His gas bank has grown tremendously. The mineral banks are huge as well. They have no means of killing the economy of their opponent, so this really just all has to come down to very smart moves and maneuvers and a whole lot of macro with armies against armies. Large wave of Guardians, but a Dark Swarm is a simple counter move to Guardians. Who snipes the Defiler, but Hydralisks do get below those Dark Swarms, which more or less means the Guardians have to move to the side and try to stay away from the Dark Swarms. We have more Defilers in Mepo's base, so we should be fine defending this. He's doing a great job. Spores are dying. He just built those spores with a lot of effort, and now they're already dying. But this does give Mepo the chance to finally kill those lurkers hiding on the middle. Although he did lose his Overlord, so a couple of them do stay alive. You got the Vars in the sky, and then Snare as well. Double animations of gooey stuff on top of the Guardians. So Byul does hold on to that position in the front, and he does kill quite a lot of spores and Hydralisks here in the front. He did some damage. He sure did some damage, but it also sure wasn't enough. Very bad Dark Swarm there from Mepo. He does kill the Hydralisks underneath, but he doesn't hide his own lurkers in the Dark Swarm where they would be most effective. So the Dark Swarm not... he's trying to get lurkers on top of those lurkers that belong to Byul, and he gets them right in there, but does he kill all of them? Yes, he does, he does. He's got his own Mulisk in the sky as well, and he pushes further out into the middle, gets himself a defensive position to his advantage, and he's opened up the pathway. He's opened up the choke into the middle. And Byul is going for Zerglings and Ultralisks. So many Ultralisks. He's getting no Ultralisk speed. Or does he have... Yeah, he's got speed. Those Ultralisks have speed. They look slow, but only because Zerglings are very fast. He's trying to brute force his way through with Ultralisks and Dark Swarms. But will the Ultralisks survive and win against the Lurkers? That's the big question I've got on my mind. Yes, they clear out that one. The first two Dark Swarms Lurkers have been cleared out. He killed the Defiler though. Mepo killed the Defiler, and without the Defiler, the Ultralisks are strong, but not as strong as he needs them to be. He needs Dark Swarms right here on the scene to push through. But now, without, the Hydras are amazing against the Lurker, against the Ultralisks, and the Mutas are just dominating from the skies with their level 3 upgrade. They don't do a lot of damage against the Ultralisk. It's a kind of a slow process. You can see it's very, very slow. He got 6 armor in total. Just dies so slowly. He's pushing further even more, but the Lurkers with their very high damage Lurkers have very high damage, 26. They care less about that 6 armor value that the Ultralisks do have. So Lurkers are the perfect counter against Ultralisks underneath Dark Swarm. Lurkers just do so much damage. Pushing. Oh yeah, he's feeling it now. He believes in himself. I need a drink. I need a drink. Like, great push. Mepo is overpowering Byul, but the big question becomes, can he overpower this big ball of Ultralisks moving into the middle? I think he can. He's got so many Lurkers on the scene, although gets a surround on them. Got Mutas coming in as well. The fighters are running to the backside, trying to stay alive, trying to escape, but the Ultralisks absolutely destroy the Lurkers. There simply were not enough of them. And now we see a pushback from Byul's side of the map to Mepo's side of the map, and we still have a couple... Well, we're past the halfway point now. We're now past the halfway point, so it's not gonna last that much longer, at least like 20 minutes or something. Great Plague. That was the one Plague he needed. Plague is awesome on Ultras. So Byul actually gets pretty deep in there. I'd say elbow deep. He gets about elbow deep right up Mepo's front door. About elbow deep. But elbow deep apparently is not enough, because Mepo is quite large, as you can see, and he just pushes that arm out back into the choke point and gets himself control back with his own set of Ultralisks, Lurkers, and Mutalisks. They're both so damn good at Zerg that they're at a stalemate. They're literally at a stalemate. They're pushing and pulling. Small little bits of meters forwards and backwards. It is a tug of war. At some point, this tug of war will result in the victory of one of these two players, but at the moment, I literally and seriously cannot tell you which one of the two it will be. Strong forward push here though. Like, this ball of units from Mepo is simply stronger than anything Byul has on this location at the moment. He just cannot keep up at the moment. But low Lurkers on the middle and no Overlord. He's gonna run right into the absolute meat grinder right here. Sort of another mistake here from Mepo. He could probably overpower this if he had Overlords, but no, walks right into that meat grinder, loses everything, and we got Mutalisk there from Mepo, from Byul, getting ensnared, slowed down. Oh, great move, shuts down the attempt to kill the Hive with a simple triple ensnare special move, and Byul is like, oh shit, and they got Plague as well. Look at this, Plague and the ensnare. We just need Devourer Acid Spores in the mix to get purple, green, and red. Every single possible color, all on one unit. So getting a proxy hatchery there. Might get found out though, because he's scouting the map, looking to kill Overlords that are spread about all over the place, because he has to kill the Overlords if he ever wants to get across the map into the enemy base. And he's actually gonna push the Overlord. He changed his mind. He was like, I'm gonna kill the Overlord, but then realized that he's pushing the Overlord closer to that hatchery, and that is the last thing he wants to do. Another hatchery there on the middle, another hatchery here on the side. He's putting up hatcheries everywhere in the hopes that at least one hatchery will survive. 2 distractions, 1 real one. Big fight, Muta against Muta on the middle. Hydra's coming from the side, great Plague. Yeah, that Plague is gonna send Byul home packing and rethinking his strategy, or just simply trying again. You know, simply try the same thing again and hope that he gets across the map without getting spotted. But there's Overlords everywhere once again. He just cleared out a whole lot of them, and there's already new ones. Ooh, great Lurker ball there from Byul, I assume. And defensive Lurkers from Mepo with a Dark Swarm. No Overlord though, but Overlord arrives on the scene, so he's going to kill the Lurkers that belong to Byul with the help of those Mutalisks. Double Dark Swarm on the scene to protect the Lurkers from enemy hits. Although a Dark Swarm does not protect against Lurker spines, It is helping him out though. It's helping him out. He at least has a position and he can protect this one hatchery there. And Byul sees the other hatchery and moves in to kill it. Because that one is not protected. He's protecting this on the middle. I think he's gonna build something like Mass Spore and Sunken on the middle. Maybe Mass Hatchery. He's got a plan. I'm not sure what the plan is. He's gonna build something on the middle. Most likely Sunken or Spore. Or Sunken and Spore. Although I've seen people go for like 20 hatchery on the middle as well to help them in their production. Another wave of Ultras there being mixed in. Lurkers are finished up. Zerglings. Oh, big ass Guardian Ball. Oh, he does have Defilers. He does have Hydralisks. So the Guardians are gonna kill some stuff on the side here, but they're not gonna get in very far. He's sniping the Defilers. Great snipes. Gets a great Plague off as well. He did get the Dark Swarm. That's a pretty big one. He had one Dark Swarm that's going to help him defend. One group of Guardians pretty much already dead and gone. Going to get reduced down to 0 HP. Lurkers dropping inside that same Dark Swarm. That is actually insane. This Dark Swarm was meant to be there to help him defend. And now it's helping Byul attack. Very, very smart maneuver there from Byul. But we have Mutalisks in the sky. And no Devourers. And we got Lurkers there from Mepo. Burrowing up on top of the other Lurkers. Moving in to kill them. So this attack, this kill, 5 hatcheries, about, I'd say 9 to 10 spores. He's gaining ground, and on the middle, another attack. Actually, not an attack. Byul is setting up his own defensive perimeter while killing this proxy there on the top where Mepo intended to mine gas, but the Overlord there sees the creep, so it got sniffed out. It got sniffed out. And now a counter Guardian move. They're really just taking turns using specific units. It's really fun to see. Pushing forward there into the middle. Lurker against Lurker. Yeah, gets a great surround. Yeah. So Mepo does lose his very hard-fought proxy hatcheries on the sides, but it keeps the proxy hatcheries on the middle, and he killed a lot of his own drones. He killed 30 drones. He's gambling on having a bigger army. Because Mepo is getting tired of what's going on here. He wants to win the game. Whereas Byul is on 69 drones, well, was on 69 drones. He's building his own hatcheries all over the place. He pulled like 24 drones off the minerals. So both players are reducing their income by quite a bit. Hatcheries all over the place, everywhere. Like, they are now resorting to just building all over the place and hoping that they can build as much as they can to keep the enemy away and at some point get control. This is interesting. But Byul does have a bigger bank. Byul can build a little bit more than Mepo. Although Mepo just built another wave of drones to put them back on the minerals. Also building on the middle now. We are in a little bit of a break at the moment. Neither player wants to attack. Both players just want to play Bob the Builder Simulator. They're SimCitying and they are enjoying it. Although plagues will come down on the Devourers. It's a great plague. Another one on the Guardians. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Softens up that large, expensive ball of units. It is not cheap to replace another plague. And we got Devourers on the bottom, finishing off a couple of the Guardians. Very nice stuff. And he's now morphing Mutalisks because Mutalisks can kill all the Guardians and Devourers with a glaive bounce. Also, Ultalisk coming in to the middle. No Overlords though in the middle. So the Ultalisks are kind of... they are doing nice amounts of damage. And they're running around the Lurkers to the top side. Where he throws on a Dark Swarm that actually helps Byul. So small little mistake there once again. He's been helping out Byul a lot with bad Dark Swarms. Ooh, goes in from an attack on the behind side. That's smart. He's ignoring the Lurkers in the front and attacking from the back. Very smart stuff. Very, very smart stuff. I'm liking this. Oh, here we go. It's finally happening. Gets a great plague. Gets a great ensnare. Oh, he's gonna lose the hive. I'm sure of it. That is a lot of Mutalisks and no Devours on the scene to reduce their damage or increase the damage they take. And goodbye hive. Goodbye hive? No, it's gonna stay alive. It needs just one more wave. It stays alive barely though. He did protect the drones though with the Dark Swarm. But he definitely needs a couple of Devours on the scene. Just a couple. So now Mepo finds out that Byul has hatcheries everywhere. Gonna try to kill them. We got Devours on the middle, protecting against Guardians. He's gonna have to pull them back right here. Because Byul is gonna try to kill that hatchery, that hive, at some point. And Byul already doesn't have a very big bank compared to Byul, so losing the hive will definitely hurt his chances of winning the game. So I hope he keeps it alive. Mutas flying across already. Not a lot of vision. Byul has succeeded in taking away vision over the entire bottom left corner. So the Mutas are going to get detected quite late into this flight. Right here. Got the Vars on the middle. They're not back at home. No Devars back at home. Although the Mutas are there, going to get ensnared. Oh, great ensnare. The Mutas are going to die before they even arrive. And great Plague as well. He hits his own spores with the Plague. But killing the Mutas faster keeps the hive alive, and that's all that matters. Although in the middle, big push. Oh, he's pushing through everything. With both me and Mepo focused on defending the hive, Byul managed to find the window of time and opportunity to get his own lurkers into position, get his Ultralisk there into position as well, and just barge through that entire settlement that he had sitting here. Trying to protect himself, but in the end, he is going to push out. Yeah, it's a counter move, it's a counter push, he's doing it. Slowly but surely, pulling out the middle, the eggs are dying, the lurkers have died as well, Mutas in the sky are doing a great job. We have another wave of Mutas there from Byul moving across the map again to try and kill the hive again. Now Mepo is putting overlords all over his hive in the hopes that Byul cannot click on it. Another group of always 3 groups of Mutalisks flying all over the place. Ensnares happening everywhere. One more ensnare on this group here on the side. He's arriving at the hive. The hive is very low. Can he kill it? A little bit more damage. A little bit more damage. 91 HP. It's almost dead and gone. He's almost there. He's very, very close. Very, very close. Yeah, I think Byul might have this game in the bag. I think he might have it in the bag. Though that's a lot of overlords, but the overlords actually do not protect the hive. He can still fly in from clicking on the hive in the shadows. So clearing out those sides, getting rid of the hatcheries, but the middle here is once again under Mepo's control, but the sides here are under Byul's control. He's got like 40, 50 hatcheries in total. It's a stupendous amount of hatcheries. And still, 24,000 minerals in the bank and 15,000 gas. He can produce a lot of units with all those hatcheries and stay on a low drone count in order to overpower at some point. Or now. He can do it right now. The Ultralisks are barging through, overpowering dominant performance. It's a very strong move. Look at them go. Look at them go all the way in. There's not much here to protect. Everything is still in production. Guardians, Devourers are morphing, and Guardians, Pilot is still on the way. Lake on the Ultralisk, that's a great move, softens him up quite a lot. And here comes the finishing blow on the hive. Okay, he didn't get it. He did not get it. 39. He's within arm's reach. He's like inches away from touching it and taking it down. Inches away. Does he have more Mutas? Yes, he has more Mutas. Already flying across that. You just keep sending them out. Just sending and sending and sending. And Mepo has no Devars in his hive. He's giving up on defending the hive. using more ensnares, but misses one entire group of Mutalisks. Devourers, 2 of them, do participate a little bit, but it won't be enough because he's going to lose the Hive now once and for all. He's trying to put the Overlords in position to try and hold it, but goodbye. Hive is gone. He already built 2 more Hives though, because he knew he would lose it at some point, but that is going to hurt his economy immensely. He has to win the game right here, right now, with this push. Do we have Dark Swarms? Yes. One Defiler on the bottom. But this is a strong fighting force. Guardians pushing forward with the help of Hydralisks and Devourers. We have a lot more Ultilisks there on the way from Byul, but the Ultilisks are... Oh, where did the Dark Swarm come from? Where did the Dark Swarm come from? I didn't see the Defiler anywhere. Yeah, that's gonna slow down Mepo's push. And now it's Guardian still pushing forward. We got Hydralisk here on the scene. This is messy. We've got 2 fights going on, one in the front, one in the back. More units coming across the map. Ultras are just running forward, ignoring pretty much everything. They're so damn strong. Byul is burning through his money, making that many Ultralisks, and now switching to Hydralisks. Whereas Mepo is, you know, his money is kind of dying as well. He's burning through a lot quite quickly, down to 4,000, soon 3,000. It might just end with Mepo being unable to keep up with Byul's massive, large, huge, long production cycle. So he scouts the map, goes in, does some information gathering. He's trying to push through in the middle. He's morphing lurkers to slow down the Ultilisks. Got ultis there from Byul killing Overlords and hatcheries on the side. Gonna slow this reinforcements down. He's pushing through. He needs some Overlords here though. He's pushing through. He gets inside of Byul's base. Oh, but we got defensive lurkers and defensive Dark Swarm there from Byul. He's not gonna break through. He cannot break through those lurkers. And we got a plague. That's not a great plague, but at least he tried. But the ultras are spawning. Ultras are spawning. Burning the tide. His bank dropped so quick. He had 24,000, now down to 10,000. He's making so many Ultilisks that all the money he had saved up is burning away. But he still has 10 times more minerals. Well, 7 times more minerals than Mepo. He might try to get a Nidus Canal here. Might try to get a Nidus. But the fight that was going in Mepo's favor is now turning around. Mepo has 77 drones. His army is going to be smaller than Byul's, and that might really just be the decider here. Having a smaller army really hurts, specifically when it's same race against same race. Lurkers burrowing up. It's only 4 of them though. Dark Swarm comes up. But Ultras there hitting the Lurkers, but in the end they do go down, and the Lurkers now have a free meat grinder situation, where everything that enters the Lurker zone gets meat grindered to death. But Mepo, 100 minerals. Oh, he's hurting so bad. He's hurting so bad. Oh, he's going for his own counter Hive attack. Gonna try to kill the Hive. We got some Hydralisks on the scene. More spawning very soon. Got some spores in between. Gonna try to kill that one. Oh yeah, he's not gonna kill it yet. He's not gonna kill it yet. He's doing over half the damage. Not even half. Still is halfway of that Hive to go. And his minerals are really low. He's on 166 supply. Can't keep up with the massing that Byul has going because his minerals are just too low. His minerals are just too damn low. Just too damn low. Mutas from Byul are scorching the skies, looking for Mutalisks that belong to Mepo. Mepo really should just try to get a Nidus right here. Right here beneath his Overlords, because Byul hasn't bothered to kill them. It might just be the one option he has to turn the tide and still win the game, although the chances are quite low. Quite low indeed. Great Ensnare. Oh, gets almost everything. The Ensnare play so far this game has been literally amazing. Perhaps even game deciding. He's running into the corner. He's ignoring the front. Goes for a side attack. draws a lot of Hydralisks there into the corner, but the Hydralisks, they just don't have enough damage to kill these Ultras. The Ultras are strong. One of them does go down, but oh, they're so strong. 11 kills on that one, 12 kills, 13 kills. So damn strong. I've had my bottle in my hand for the last 20 minutes, and I haven't drank from it in the past 20 minutes. So this is gonna go Mepo's way. Mepo's bank is growing yet again. He's got 82 drones. He's recovering. He pulled all of the drones off the gas. So it's just 82 drones on the minerals. He's gambling on being able to win the game with the 10,000 remaining gas that he has, which is about 100 Mutalisks, which might work, which might also just not work. Although I think he's just tried to go for a straight fly-in on the hive and hopefully turn the tide by removing the economy that Byul has, or at least reducing its size down a notch. Flying across the map. The Varus hit his Mutalisk before they flew out, and they get ensnared as well. And plagued. And murdered. So yeah, the hive there takes almost no damage whatsoever. Still above 1,000. It's not looking great for him. He's moving some Hydralisks across the hill with his Overlord. It's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. Mepo is making a lot of Mutalisks to try and fly across the map yet again. Hydralisk at the bottom corner, he is doing some damage. He's not taking control, he's being annoying, Byul is setting the pace. Even though Byul is a slower player, he is setting the pace with proactive moves. Kind of like harming Mepo. Just tiny little bits on the sides to allow for bigger moves like this. The Mutants got ensnared. They got ensnared. Overlord's coming in. Oh, he throws out a Dark Swarm, but it actually is going to aid the enemy. Byul has lurkers in between. This is terrible. He's got lurkers on the top side as well. He's going to kill all of the technology structures on the top corner. He's moving lurkers into the backside, going to kill the drones. Drones were running to safety, but a lot of them will go down. Gets a Dark Swarm in there as well. Oh, this is absolutely terrible. But look at this. We might... No. No. Hive will not die. There's Hydralisks, Mutalisks. Almost no damage yet again. Almost no damage yet again. Byul is doing what Mepo failed to do, and that is protecting the hive and the drones. Byul, with a great move, gets himself lodged into a great position in the middle of Mepo's base. The lurkers in the back do go down, drones return back to working, but he lost a lot of minerals. He is down to 65 drones. It's not looking great. It's not looking great at all. He does clear out the corner, but now a big frontal attack while he's distracted on the side. Oh, it might just be Mayday. It might just be Mayday and a GG here from Mepo. I don't want to call it too early, but he's so low on minerals, and he needs to protect himself against a lot of things at the same time. And we have... What do we have here from Byul? What is he doing? Ultralisks. A lot of Ultralisks. A lot of them. I think he made like 20. That might just be enough to push through. We've got Dark Swarms coming up, but Dark Swarms are actually amazing for the Ultralisk that Byul just made. So this is gonna be painful. Mutalisks once again come across the map, but oh, Scourge is coming in to kill all the Mutalisks. The Mutalisks are doing a lot of damage to the hive, but the hive won't go down. The Scourge saves the day. Mepo leaves the game 53 minutes in. He gets overpowered by really good strategic moves there by Byul. Great strategy. The ending part there by Byul, distracting on the bottom corner, clearing out the entire map of Mepo Overlords to open up the window, this small little opening on his top left corner to unload lurkers with Dark Swarm. Get a little bit of Dark Swarm help there from Mepo as well, and then kill some drones, kill some of the technology, and just break through the front there with a large Ultralisk tech switch. The one benefit you have when you still have a lot of minerals in the bank and gas, of course, that you can switch between units very quickly. And Byul did exactly that and get himself the first win in his best of set. A ZVZ win for Byul on the board. Mepo loses game number 1. But I'm sure that he is not yet out for the count. Although I'd be tired after playing a 53-minute game. I'd be tired. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll be signing out for now and returning very soon with the second part of this best of set.